Alright, I apologize in advance if this resolution is bad. I'm having some weird issues with this screen recording app and using two monitors, so we'll see if this works. Let me just hop into this real quick. I'll hop into my wiki here and kind of go over things for you. So yeah, this ICP2, it served as a solid introduction into CSS and HTML. I myself have never used either, so this was a good learning lesson for me. Seeing how the two work together, seeing how CSS can make HTML pages look drastically different and super pretty. So yeah, all new learning experiences. Diving right in, I showed some screenshots of my actual web page here. My web page was about things I did over quarantine, so some activities I did to help me stay sane during the stay-at-home orders. I have all the necessary requirements. I've got headers, I've got some paragraphs here. I know they're hard to read, but you'll be able to see them better if you bring up the actual page. We got a little picture of me right here. This was shortly after I got news that I got the internship offer from last summer, so I was pretty excited there. So what can you do? I threw a few images in here that depict some of the activities that I took part in. They range from disc golf to trying out various whiskeys to spending a lot of time with my dog. All very positive things. So diving right in, I gave some links in my webpage that link to YouTube videos that give these activities more in depth, and these are clickable, as I'll show here in a minute. And lastly, as part of the assignment, we also use CSS to create a color grid, and so I threw that on this same web page. I just put a color grid at the bottom. It's beautiful, wonderful color palette, exquisite to the eyes. And also, again, all that I'll show you when I bring up the actual web page, which I can actually do right here since the web page is here. So yeah, like I said, we've got the headers, we've got various paragraphs and block elements, div and span elements. We've got our pictures here that depict these activities, and then down here we've got some relevant YouTube links that you can click into, and they will bring you to the appropriate YouTube videos. So that is nice. Here we are, disc golf highlights. Phenomenal hair by this man right here. Disc golf was a big thing I picked up over quarantine, but the same with whiskey here. Here's an introduction to whiskey for beginners. And lastly, here's a video of my girlfriend and dog playing because we got to spend a lot of time with our pups during quarantine. Moving on from that, like I said, I've got my color grid here at the bottom, and that about covered it for this page. If you're interested in the code, it is right here. It's actually right here. So yeah, we got various div elements here, a couple span elements, more span elements here, as you can see, that link to the images with an unordered list. We've got an ordered list down here that have the links to my YouTube videos, and more div elements to take care of the block requirements for the assignment. A couple more paragraphs, and then lastly the grid here, the color grid, which, as you can see in the CSS, you just have your grid container, and then I put the various items with their specific colors in the CSS file. The last part of the assignment, we went over the Google page that was given to us. We were supposed to put in a notification icon, an icon for our profile picture, and then a recently visited tabs section underneath the search bar. And that's what I did here. I'll just bring up the web page because I'm trying to keep this quick, running out of time, and it'd just be easier this way. It didn't turn out as pretty as I wanted. I did get the icon and a OK profile picture up there at the right, and took out the sign out option. And I do have a what you could call a recently visited tabs down here. I just chose Google for the website because it's going to be the same concept no matter which website you choose, so it was just a quick option. And if you were to actually click on these, it'll take you to Google's actual website. So yeah, that about covers it. This was a solid introduction to HTML and CSS. I learned a lot, like I said, and I'm looking forward to taking what I've learned and building on that and making some delightful looking web pages in the future. And so that's all I got for this one. Thank you.